What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I am putting Blade down here. Wanted to see how it looks. Mummy is going to be, paid and shipped off. We're going to sell Anubis. This is how it looks in the display. It looks pretty good. I still have good visuals. Can see the eyes and mouth. I could put Blade over there and do Blade, or like Reaper setup there, Blade right there, and do Celine there. That way all the females are together. But I do think Blade looks good right there. I like that. Lighting's good. So we'll figure it out. I may consider, putting Celine there, and then Blade, and then Reaper. But for now, I may just leave it like this. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about the main reason of this video. Gizmo. No, Hulkbuster. Several people were asking, where is Hulkbuster? What did we do? So, as many of you know, I was selling it, but I spoke to the buyer, told him the situation, and he agreed to just let me refund him and keep it, because we found a spot for it. Not in this room. Unfortunately, it just does not go in this room. However, wait for it. Check this out. Hulkbuster, where Prime 1 Predator was. So this fits for several reasons, in my opinion, in the display. So this closet is kind of just like a one-off. It's not like everything's themed together in a way. But this is a giant robot, and as you can see, we got multiple giant robots over there. It's a one-off piece. It fits pretty good. Now, one thing I am going to consider is, as you see, there are shelves behind there, and it's forcing me to bring this forward quite a bit. If I can remove that shelf, I could push this back all the way to right there. I would gain like 10 inches, which would get me slightly better visuals. His arm, as of right now, blocks visuals of this from normal viewing, as you can see. Not a huge deal. The bar blocks a tiny bit of him, and of course if it was just further back you could see it a little bit better. We could have it side by side next to Mark 43 if I could push it back. So I am no expert on removing this thing. As far as I can tell, you have that and that. We need to remove that entire thing. I want to keep the top one, just remove everything down the, remove all these statues and shelves. And I don't know if it's nails or screws that I need to undo, but I would like to just remove all that, and then we'll just paint any of the holes, fix any of the holes, and remove all those shelves. So if I could do that, then we can bring this back, and it would look better, in my opinion. It's not bad as is, but it would look better. I could even scoot Hulkbuster a little bit more to the left, so his arm is just as close as possible to that wall. So I can scoot it a little to the left, probably like 2-3 inches. And being back, though, I think would be a huge deal. So yeah, Hulkbuster in this room. Now, of course, as you know, I was considering Neytiri Bus. I don't think Neytiri Bus would go that great in that spot either, because of how tall she is. Her head would nearly be hitting that. This is 38 inches tall. She's 45. So add, goodness, like 7 more inches. Additionally, her base and it says it's 33 inches, like wide. I don't know if they're including the leaves or not, but that would take this entire closet. And it's also $6,000 plus shipping. It is ridiculously expensive for that Neytiri vest. Like, oh my gosh, it's pricey. And the smaller one, it's $3,000, but it just doesn't look even remotely as good. So I think I'm just going to pass on the Avatar busts, but I may consider the 1/3. Now, I don't want Neytiri by herself. I'd want Jake Sully. So I won't pre-order her. I'd either have to do the 1/3 and the small bust of just Neytiri, or 1/3 Jake Sully and 1/3 Neytiri. What I consider. It wouldn't go in this room. It'd go probably where Red Sonja and Vampirella are. That is where I would consider putting the Avatar 1/3. The 1/3 is going to be a lot easier to display. a lot cheaper. Easier to resell, smaller boxes. The bust would have horrible resale value, in my opinion. I know it's amazing, but how many people can afford $7,000 gigantic 45-inch tall avatar busts? So I just think the resale is going to be horrible. Now, it definitely is a very unique and special bust. I still may consider it. However, it's not going to go in this room. It's going to go in the main room if we get it. We're going to go ahead and keep this room to the theme of Lord of the Rings, orcs, and whatnot. So that follows Warcraft orcs. You got giant robots. So Transformers, Hulkbuster, Kaiju. I kind of still consider them, big creatures, monsters, robots. They all fit. And then, of course, the Turtles and G.I. Joe, I think, fit. Michael Bay films. G.I. Joe is going to be, crossover with Transformers. So I think this works. I think it fits theme-wise. It allows us to keep Hulkbuster. We have great visuals, much better than the Marvel Room ever did. The Marvel Room, I was always too close to him. I couldn't, back up and see him. I could only back up, right here, where now I have the whole hallway of backing up. Sometimes the big pieces, you just got to back it up so you can really take it in. When you're, this close, yeah, it's great to see all the up-close detail, but to see the whole picture, you want to back it up. You don't want to be too close to the big pieces. So Hulkbuster, we can get really good angles, especially when walking in the room. For me, Hulkbuster is the Shockwave of Marvel. It's actually bigger than Shockwave. Well, Shockwave has a bigger base and the whatnot, but comparing the arms, Shockwave has bigger arms, bigger legs. It is a Shockwave styled piece. And I don't sell Shockwave style pieces, I collect them. Those are the end game statues are the Shockwaves. Hulkbuster is a Shockwave good, so we can't sell it. We won't sell it. It's staying in the collection, folks. It's going to stay here. The only difference is, like I said, I am going to try to remove the back closet simply so I could push that shelf back 10 inches, which I just think will look better. It'll be side by side to Mark 43, not block Warcraft at all, I think it'd look better. So that is one thing. If any of you guys have any advice on how to remove these shelves, please let me know. You can see, it goes down here and you got that. And then it connects into the wall right there like that. I mean, it could be a nail and I simply use a hammer and just hit it up. Yeah, I'm fine keeping those one things on the side in the wall, but we need to remove basically this whole big one, which it could be nailed in from the top right there in there. If it's nailed in from the top, it'll be kind of difficult to get that nail out. I could try and just hammer or sledgehammer it away. But if any of you are carpenters and have any advice on how to remove that, please let me know in the comments below. I don't actually have a sledgehammer. I have hammers, screwdrivers, whatnot. Now moving Hulkbuster in this room was an absolute difficult feat, and moving Prime 1 Predator. Those are probably two of the worst statues to move because they're both extremely heavy. Hulkbuster more so. But Prime 1 Predator, I usually take it apart when I remove it. Hulkbuster, the only thing you can take apart, the two arms, the battery compartment, this, and the back leg things. You're carrying the whole body and this, and it still weighs probably over 100 plus pounds, and it is heavy. So I removed all these statues, this, and every statue in here. All I removed. I didn't remove the bottom stuff or the wall mount, but all the top Jurassic, I removed it all. That is how I was able to get Hulkbuster in here. It was very difficult, but I got my workout belt, my workout gloves, I screamed lightweight, and boom. Happy to say, though, folks, my bench, my wrist with my wrist injury, I am almost back to 100%. I was able to bench 315, 10 reps today, where before, I haven't been able to get it 10 since injury. I got 7 last week, got it 10, 10, 8 today, and I did 375, 2 reps, 225, 40 reps. And I also did dumbbell incline 125s, 12 reps. So I'm getting real happy with my progression. It didn't really hurt. Had a tiny bit of pain after 375, but not bad. But I'm definitely basically like 98% back to where it was before. You know, that Super Saiyan God level. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.